Okay, this is Christina Lopes, Lopes. I thought it was Lopez, but it's Lopes. Because this is the one where she's done, where she said she's done 500 regressions, and this is what she's learned. I'm going to play a few minutes. I'm going to play a few minutes of this. I don't want to play the whole video, but I would definitely say, if you're into this, I'd say watch it, but hang on.
Work with thousands of people from all over the world, helping them heal from the past and live happy, fulfilling lives. And when I say heal from the past, I don't just mean from painful experiences or childhood trauma in this lifetime. I also mean I help people heal from stuff that happened to them many lifetimes ago and that still negatively affects them today. One of the ways I do this is by conducting what's known as past life regressions. This is where I guide a person into a trance state of consciousness, and I help them access past timelines and remember specific parts of their past lives. To date, I've done over 500 regressions with clients and gone into spontaneous auto regressions where I remember parts of my own past lives while in trance meditation. In this video, you'll discover the top 6 lessons that I've learned about past lives and all of these hundreds of regressions that I've done. Lesson 1 is that your soul is on an epic journey. Okay, so you do not come down here just once. Your soul doesn't come down to earth just once. Your soul is on this epic adventure that includes many different realities, many different lifetimes, and it's on this epic adventure of expansion. Your soul expands in the same way that the universe expands. And so its evolution is very much having to do with incarnating in different realities, different times, and different lifetimes. So when you look at your life, instead of thinking that your life is this life, try and expand your view and start to think of your life, your current life, as a small point in a continuum, an infinite continuum of many points or many lives that your soul comes down here to experience. Lesson number 2, you carry imprints from past lives. So your physical body and your mind right now carry imprints, what's known as energy imprints, or memories from past lives, from things that you experienced in the past, in all of your lifetimes that you've been here on planet Earth. And that's great sometimes, because what that means is that right now, your body and your mind are imprinted with wonderful things that may have happened to you in past lives, with things that you have mastered, with things that you got good at, with really positive, beautiful experiences. So that's wonderful. But the bad thing about this is that your body and your mind are also imprinted with unhealed wounds from bad things that happened to you in past lives and that you carried forward into this lifetime in the form of little imprints or energy wounds or unhealed wounds that can be present in your body, in your mind, and in the energy field and the chakras, in the subtle part of you, in your energy field, your aura, and your chakras that surround your body. So these energy imprints that are carried over from past lives are present currently in your life, and they can really negatively affect you in the present moment, which is why these regressions that I do with clients are so important, because it helps heal all of the things that happened to people in the past. Now, these energy imprints can be present in your energy system or your chakras, where sometimes you can't see it very well. You can't see that the imprints are there or the unhealed wounds are there. But other times, they can actually manifest in the physical body in things that you can actually see. So, for example, it's common for people sometimes to have really big birthmarks that have to do with injuries that they sustained in past lives. So sometimes those big port wine birthmarks or other birthmarks that people have in their current physical body can be coming from injuries and stuff that happened to them in past lives. All right, so that's an example of what a past life imprint, what an energy imprint can actually do in your physical body, but also in your mind and your energy system. In your mind, the way that an energy imprint manifests itself is a lot of times through intrusive, repetitive thoughts that are disempowering and very negative in nature. Okay, so you can have irrational fears, you can have repetitive thoughts. That's an example of an energy imprint from a past life embedding in your mind. A common example of this is, for example, if you have an irrational fear of flying, for example, it's very common. This can be associated with a past life where you either died or were severely injured in a plane crash or something like that. And so that carries forward as an irrational fear into this current life. Another example of an energy imprint at the level of the mind can be having disempowering thoughts. For example, let's say you have a disempowering thought pattern that you don't deserve love or that you're not good enough for love. And this can be coming a lot of times from past trauma that you had in past lives having to do with being abandoned by a partner or being heartbroken. Those wounds can then carry forward and form thought patterns in this lifetime that aren't actually coming from trauma that you had in this life, they're coming from the past. Lesson number 3, when you heal the past, you heal everything. Okay, so just because
I don't want to carry the whole video. If you want to, I would definitely say watch it if you're into this. But one thing, I agree with that last stuff, but there's one thing she talked about, in the regression methods where you go into past lives, we should talk about just filling with white light. Yeah, you fill with white light, but you have to open up. You have to open up the emotions. You have to accept the things you've done. You have to forgive the people that have that you've done stuff that have done stuff to you, and you have to accept forgiveness from. You've got to go through the whole forgiveness thing. But you have to add that in addition, because that's one thing she didn't really address. But you don't just feel white light to the past. But I love you, chick. Hey, said if anybody's interested in this, add some comments, and I'm gonna make some more videos on this. But Christina Lopes, Lopes. This is the one we talk about the 500 regressions she's done. But I'm gonna watch more of her videos, and chick, I think we think quite a bit alike. Okay, love you, chick. Bye bye.